Welcome. Today we're going to talk about this great new kit from Elinchrom. This is the Lite 4x4 RX to go kit, and this is a fantastic kit that will work for all types of photographers, from entry-level photographers up to advanced pro. The CAT number of this particular kit is EL20839.2. In this kit, this is exactly what you're going to see when you open the box. You're going to see the two light cables. You're going to see the EL Skyport Transmitter Plus, the two modeling lamps that come in a box together. You're going to see a stand bag, and then you're going to see the bag that contains the lights and some additional accessories. In the lighting bag, you're going to find the two Lite 4 units, along with the transit caps, the sync cable, the two rings that are used to mount the light shapers that come with the kit, and the instruction manual. In the light stand bag, you're going to find two light stands, the octagonal Porta-Lite and the square Porta-Lite light shapers. When you open up your Elinchrom kit, the remaining items that you're going to find in the box are the two modeling lamps that go in each of one of the Lite 4 heads, the Skyport Transmitter Plus, which does not come with AA batteries, a power cable for each one of the Lite 4 heads, and the translucent deflector set, which is an integral part to Elinchrom light shapers and modifiers. Now you're going to set up your light stand. First, you want to unlock the legs that you see here with the unlock button right up top. You then take the stand and you start to spread the legs so that you can place the light stand onto the ground. The important part here is to make sure that the struts run parallel to the ground. This maximizes stability when setting up a light stand. Once you've completed this, then you are able to lock the light stand in place. If you have these struts and they're not parallel to the ground, you decrease the stability, and anytime you put a light with a modifier on top of the stand, you're not giving it the maximum stability that you require. Always remember to try and set up the light stand so that these struts are parallel to the ground, then lock your stand into place. Now that you have your light stand set up, you're ready to mount your Lite 4 unit. You can see on the bottom here we have the mounting hardware that comes complete on the head. On this mounting hardware, we have the 5/8 baby receiver, and we have the locking knob. You want to retract the locking knob all the way so that you can mount this on top of your light stand. In doing so, you're going on top of the light stud, and then you secure your light unit on top by locking down the thumb screw. Now that you have the Lite 4 mounted on top of the light stand, we're ready to remove the transit cap. The great thing about Elinchrom systems is they have two locking capabilities. They have the lock that you see here in blue, which when you release that lock allows you to then turn the transit cap in a counterclockwise position and pull away from the unit, exposing, of course, the flash tube. One thing you want to make sure of is you try not to touch the flash tube. To mount the modeling light, what you need to do is insert it into the unit, turn in a clockwise motion, and tighten so that it is hand tight. Now that you've seen that we set up our first Lite, we've set up our second Lite, and we are ready to run power. Now we come in and we plug into the back of each unit and turn the unit on. When you do so, the modeling lamp will come on. You can see that you have a modeling lamp on, and I can push the test button to make sure the tube fires, and we do this before we add the modifiers to make sure everything is running. These are the Elinchrom light shapers that come with your kit. We have the 56 Porta-Lite octagonal bank, complete with the bank itself, 8 rods, the outer diffuser or baffle, and the bag, including the speed ring. On the other side, we have the 66 Porta-Lite square light shaper. That comes with the bank itself, the outer diffuser, complete with 4 rods, and the ring. Finally, for added creativity, we have the translucent deflector that is an integral part of the Elinchrom system. Now we're going to set up the Porta-Lite 56. This is very easy to set up if you do the procedure this way. You're going to take the unit, put the material down on the ground. You're then going to take a ring and then place the ring inside the unit. And as you can see, you play around with it so that you mount the ring inside the unit. You're now going to take one of the rods, you're going to insert it into the material that you see here at the top, and then put the rod into the unit itself with the ring. Then, like you would a car tire, you're actually going to do the same thing on the opposite side of the box. And you start putting the box together. If you do it in this format, you'll find that this box sets up very quickly and you're not fighting the box. This is a great method to use when setting up Elinchrom soft boxes, whether it be the small Portalite system like you see here, or if you get into the bigger Rotolux system, which has a ring that's a little different, but in principle, the setup is exactly the same. And as you can see, I'm setting this up extremely quickly and I'm not fighting the box, and I'll be ready to go to mount this on my unit in seconds. Of course, as you get to the final part of the box, it does get a little tighter because now you're starting to stretch the material. Once you do so, you can see now we're ready and set to go, and we're ready to mount our unit. To mount your Portalite 56 octagonal box, you come up to your light head and you actually make sure that it is ready to receive your light modifier by unlocking the safety switch. You then insert the modifier into the unit and you'll feel to see where the ring actually sets into the head. Do so, you then take it and you give it a turn, as you see here, and when ready, you engage the lock, the double safety lock, and your unit is on there nice and secure. Finally, we have to add the outer baffle, which we take and we put over the front of the unit, and you can see that there's some Velcro here. We take that, line it up with the Velcro, and then put it around the rest of the box all the way through until complete. And when we're done, we have the unit ready to go. Additionally, if you like, when you're ready to go, you can either use the outer baffle as you see here, or if we desire, in our next portion, we'll show you mounting with the deflector kit. Now we're going to add the optional deflector kit to the unit. This again is a very nice piece to work with because you have the capability of changing the look of the light and the light shaper. When you get this particular unit ready, we happen to be using the frosted or translucent deflector. You take it like so, you put the post in and mount the deflector onto the rod, and then lock the screw into the end of the rod, and now you're ready to mount the deflector kit into the head. The beauty of Elinchrom heads is they all have a center mount that is available, and you take the rod and you line it up to the center mount of the unit and you insert it as far as it can go into the unit. Now you have a creative beauty dish that you can use with your octagonal light modifier, and if you want, a great way to add extra diffusion is now to put your outer baffle back onto your unit. This gives you a lot of different lighting creativity looks with one octagonal softbox. Earlier you saw us set up the Portalite Octa 56 unit. Now we're going to set up the Portalite Square 66 unit. And very similar in fashion, we have everything that you see here. We have the diffuser, we have the speed ring, we have the light bank itself, and we have the rods. To start with, you take the light bank and you open it up, and then you are going to place the ring in the middle, just like we did on the other unit. And now you're going to spin it so that you're lining it up to the corners. And like we did on the other unit, you want to set it up in the same fashion where you come up inside the bank itself, and then you're going to mount one of the rods, and then adversely you're going to go across to the other side, mount the rod into the receiver, and then complete the unit by setting up the other two rods. And as you can see, this makes this unit very easy to set up, and I'm not fighting with the unit as I go to set it up. Now the last rod will be a little bit more stiff to set up, but once you do so, it goes together quite easily and is ready to go. Now we're ready to mount the unit with the softbox. We take the Portalite, put it into the unit, turn it on, and engage the lock. We now can put into the unit the deflector kit, like so, into the center. And if we like, we can either work without the baffle on the unit, the outer baffle, or we can attach the outer baffle as easily as you see here, like so.